Now that everything is sanded, you've got all your parts, now we're going to actually assemble some of your carcass. So when we're done, we'll actually have something that can stand on its own. First thing we need to do, take the legs and find the sides that have the tapers. That's easily done by putting it on the table and rocking. If you see it rock, that's a tapered side. So I would take a pencil and put a line on that edge. Then turn, that doesn't rock, that one rocks, so I'll put a line there. And put a line on each edge that rocks on the table, that has the taper. What that represents is where these are going to attach. I want these apron pieces to attach to the apron, to the tapered edges of the table. Okay, so let's go through it a step at a time. I've already marked all these previously, okay, so I know right where the tapers are. Now we're going to set up. So make sure to have your tools ready. You're going to have two little 1/4-inch spacers. They may be white melamine, they may be pieces, but I'll have them in a bucket for you so you can use them. Just two little pieces as spacers. We'll get to that in a second. You need a drill. I don't care which drill, but it does need a 6-inch driver with a square head, and that's found to the right of the drills where they're hanging next to the window. We'll need the bucket of pocket screws, and these screws are going to have what's called a pan head. The head is flat, it's not tapered, and it has a square drive to get it in. So they're always in a bucket, they're not in the drawer. And lastly, we need a 3-foot clamp, a squeeze clamp, to hold everything together while we screw it together. So I'm just going to leave this right here. Take your legs, and what I need to do is have one of the marks with the taper in towards this piece of wood. I need the other taper facing the ceiling so I can see it. So that's where that's going to go. Then your spacer will go there, and this will sit on the spacer like that. The other leg, let's grab another one. Okay, so here's a taper, and here's the other one facing the ceiling. So we go like that, and here's my other spacer right there. So everything fits in nice and tight like that. So tapered edges are facing the ceiling, the other ones are towards the board. And the most critical thing at this point is making sure that it's flush here with this and this board meet. Put that there, and then squeeze it together nice and tight. Everything is in place and everything is flush. Now I put in my pocket screws and tighten them all up. Now as you screw these in, if there's any gap there, you should see that close almost immediately, and the head should sink into the wood a little bit. We don't want to strip the screw by over tightening because this is alder, it's going to sink in a little bit more because it is a little softer than your oak or walnut, but you should see it tighten up nice and tight. All right, so we're going to pop that out. We changed angles slightly so you can see everything from a different side. We have our two sides. Now we have to put them together with the remaining apron piece. It's going to be the same thing, except now they're going to be sticking up toward your face, which is why I changed the angle of the camera so you can see it. Okay, again, one of these goes here and one goes there. It's kind of hard to get this part wrong just because they won't fit together any other way. Again, make sure that it's flush at the top. There we go. It needs to be really flush at the top here and here. A little push, there we go. Right there. And then tighten up, and you're going to do the exact same thing with the screws, and then we'll have a structure. Now that all this is assembled, you actually have a structure that stands, but it is fairly flimsy. Our next step is we're going to put a frame, a hollow frame in this rabbet joint that you just created. That'll give it some structure so it can't bend in and out. That'll also give us a platform so the drawer will be able to slide in and out.